This is the Sunday Business Page with Jon Delano.
Good morning, I'm Jon Delano. Welcome to another edition of the Sunday Business Page. And our very special guest this Sunday morning is Salmon Byrne, who is the CEO of an organization called Ephisphere. And they've just published an interesting report about bullying in the workplace. Erica, welcome to the show. Good to have you here.
Jon, thank you so much for having me. This is a real pleasure.
So I want to ask you right off the bat, for the benefit of our viewers, what exactly is your organization, Ephisphere?
Yeah, so Ephisphere has been around, Jon, since early 2006, and we are an organization that is grounded in the concept that good businesses do better. So basically the theory being businesses who are dedicated to doing business the right way, investing in their people, creating cultures that where employees are comfortable using their voice, in the long run are going to outperform their competitors. And all of our work is structured around that concept, including the work we do helping companies measure their ethical culture, which really comes down to, are you comfortable saying something if you see something? How do you feel about the process? Who do you go to when you have questions? All of those pieces that really go to the foundational idea that a speak up culture is one where everybody wins.
Well, one of the issues that you've studied that I found fascinating was the increase of bullying in the workplace. And I think a lot of people, we think of bullying in schools. We don't think of it in the workplace. How is it manifested, bullying in the workplace?
Yeah, so the report that we just issued, Jon, we did a couple interesting things with it. We were motivated to issue the report because the data set we're working with now represents the points of view of a little bit over 2 million employees. And so it's a really fun N for the team to dive into and do work with. And we because we have that size of an N, we cut the data two ways. One, pre-pandemic, and then sort of post-March 2020. So we looked at what the data we collected before the beginning of the pandemic and the data we've collected since, and we also cut it by generation. And the thing that stood out to us in the data was the really remarkable rise, particularly since the beginning of the pandemic, in observed bullying in the workplace. And some of that, we think it's being driven by a couple of factors. One is increased screen time, right? So when people went home to work, it is sometimes easier to be a jerk behind the keyboard than it is to be a jerk to somebody's face. And so we think that's a piece of it. And the other piece is the incoming population of workers, the Generation Z employees that are coming out of college now and joining the workforce. They are considerably more likely to report having observed bullying. And I think some of it is the language they have been taught about the way that we treat each other in the school environment. You said we think of bullying in the schoolyard. That is now carrying into the workforce. And so the way that companies need to think about preparing managers to lead this incoming group of employees is very different than the way that, perhaps when I was coming up, where if your boss made a nasty comment to you, the HR response was, well, he's your boss, so just deal, right?
Just ignore it, yeah, deal with it. We only have about a minute left, and I do want to see if there's some suggestions that you might have of what both employers and employees ought to do to deal with bullying in the workplace.
Yep. The number one thing, Jon, and this is my answer to really any question that's coming out of this data, is look to your managers. So really thinking through how you're preparing your managers to hear employee concerns, to address behavior amongst their teams. We ask a lot of our managers already, right? Anybody who manages people knows that there's a lot that's on your plate. Acknowledging that and saying to managers, we get it, but this piece really matters because this is going to tie to whether your employees are comfortable coming to you with a new product idea, coming to you with a client concern. Speak up means speak up about everything, and managers need to be ready to listen.
Well, that's very good advice, and I wish we had more time because I think this is a hugely important topic, bullying in the workplace. Salmon Byrne, thank you so very much for spending time with us today. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Jon. I really appreciate that. And I hope at least a handful of your readers will go take a look at the report because there's a lot more in the draft that we put out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you for watching this edition of the Sunday Business Page. Have a great Sunday, everybody.